Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In last lecture, we were discussing about Standard 10 Social Science subject, chapter number 11, India Water Resources, and we were completed the topics sources of water, water resources and uses, that is irrigation, and now today we will discuss about the concept multi-purpose project. Now as name suggests, the project has multiple purpose. Okay, so in that case this particular topic can be asked as a question of 2 marks or 3 marks, and especially in the map work it asks about point out a specific multi-purpose project. So regarding map work we will learn a separate interactive mode of multi-purpose projects. Okay, so keeping this information in mind, we would like to discuss theoretical aspects first. So many large and small rivers flow in India, because we have a India, if you remember 9th standard chapters, okay, we learn that India has more number of rivers compared to many countries. So in that case we have a large and small rivers flow in our country. Now water transportation is very rich in India. The movement through water related transportation, that is rich in India. Okay, there are so many people travel from one place to other place through boat and other mode of transportation through water. This is because its physiography in such that many rivers merge with other river and empty their water into sea. Okay, please underline. The physiography is such that now many river merge with other river, and finally the river water, okay, the river water merge into the sea. River water merge into the sea. Now with the idea that this water may be harnessed for various purpose, you can able to use this water, okay, for various purpose. Okay, so what are the various purpose? Multi-purpose project are planned on many rivers with that intention, because if river water empty into sea, then it's not a good indication. Why I am saying that? You can able to utilize it for better purpose. So which are that multi-purpose project which are planned on many rivers, that we have to discuss. See, a multi-purpose project, please underline, a multi-purpose project means to solve various problems associated with river valleys. So multi-purpose project is one solution of various problems associated with river valleys area. Okay, the area where we have a river valley, we have a multiple problems, and the common solution of the valley areas, that is river valley areas, that is multi-purpose project. Now suppose if there is a construction of multi-purpose project on the river, then what are the benefit we receive? See, if you go for construct multi-purpose project, then it include flood control, it stop the flood disaster. Okay, it prevention, stop the soil erosion, it provide water for drinking and irrigation for agriculture, it provide water for industries, it provide water to settlement where the people are staying, settlement, provide the water, it generate electricity, that is called hydroelectricity, internal water transportation, moving from one place to other place through water, it provide adventure sports, entertainment. Okay, river rafting recently start, if you remember. For you there is a question. Recently in Gujarat, river rafting activity announced. On which river? That you have to write in the YouTube comment section of this video. River rafting activity recently announced, and in Gujarat it is, I think so, first time, if I am not wrong. So you tell me on which river that water entertainment announced in our state. Wildlife protection, provide water to wildlife so we can indirectly protect them, and development of fisheries in the water. So these are the benefit of a multi-purpose project. Now let us go for a enhancement that in India, major multi-purpose project. Which are the major multi-purpose project in India? Now this particular table can be asked for map work. Yes, it can be asked for map work, students. So please concentrate. Now the first column indicate multi-purpose project. It is on which river and the state to be benefited. Okay. Now which are the state benefited with that is mentioned in the last column. So let's read them. Bhakra Nangal multi-purpose project situated on Satluj river, and the state get the benefit, that is Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Then Kosi on Kosi river, Bihar is the state get the benefit. Damodar Valley on river Damodar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. Hirakud Mahanadi, Odisha. Chambal Valley, Chambal, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Nagarjun Sagar, Krishna river, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Krishnaraj Sagar, Kaveri river, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Tungabhadra on river Tungabhadra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Narmada Valley, that is Sardar Sarovar, river Narmada, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan and Maharashtra. Okay, so these are the states who get the benefit of Narmada Valley, that is Sardar Sarovar. Next, Kadana, Wanakbori, that is Mahisagar river, Gujarat is the state get the benefit. Ukai Kakrapar, Tapi river, Gujarat, and Dharoi, Sabarmati river, Gujarat. Now all these, again I repeat, can be asked for map work, and I will prepare separate video for the map work. Okay, and in that I will teach you how to point out this. Okay, but in theoretical aspect also you have to remember, it can be asking objective type of question that write the name of the states, okay, who get the who are benefited, okay, of multi-purpose project Tungabhadra, like that way. Okay, or can be asked in a tricky way, which are the multi-purpose project whose benefit received by Gujarat state, like that way also it is possible. Now we go to the next topic, students. Distribution of area under irrigation. Okay, distribution of area under irrigation. Okay, so we have to learn that. Okay, there is a difference regarding the area under irrigation in every state. Okay, irrigation means what? Irrigation means water used for agriculture. So there is a difference regarding the area under irrigation in every state. All the state not get same benefit of irrigation. Okay, because distribution of area under irrigation is different. Some state has more area, get the benefit of irrigation for agriculture. Some state has less area. Let's discuss them. Coastal district in Andhra Pradesh, delta region of Godavari and Krishna river, Mahanadi delta in Odisha, Kaveri delta in Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, etc. are the regions of intensive irrigation of the country. Means what? These are those states where the irrigation facility is available in intensive, more, okay, more ratio. Okay, so these are those states who get the water for agriculture through irrigation. Okay, I repeat, Andhra Pradesh, delta region of Godavari and Krishna river, Mahanadi delta in Odisha, Kaveri delta in Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, they are the regions of intensive irrigation of the country. Now, after independence, the irrigated area in India has increased 4 times. Can be asked in objective type of question, that after irrigation, the irrigated area, the area which get the benefit of irrigation, that is called irrigated area in India, has increased 4 times. Irrigation is practiced in about 38% of net sown area. Okay, underline this, irrigation is practiced in about 38% of net sown area. That indicate that where the cultivation is possible is called net sown area, where you can able to go for agriculture. That area is called net sown area, and in that area 38% of that net sown area irrigation is practiced, irrigation is going on. Next, there is a difference in the irrigated area of different state. Okay, there is a difference in the irrigated areas of different state. Underline, in Mizoram, 7.3% area of the total area sown is under irrigation. Means in Mizoram, suppose there is a 100% area where agriculture is possible, in that 100% area of Mizoram, only 7.3% area get the benefit of irrigation, while 90.8% area in Punjab, they get the benefit of irrigation. Means if you go for 100% area of Punjab where agriculture is possible, out of that 100%, 90.8% area of Punjab get the benefit of irrigation. There is a vast difference between the total area under irrigation with the total area sown. There is a vast difference. Total area of irrigation in Mizoram is only 7.3. Okay, total area sown, for example, 100%, but out of that 100%, only 7.3. So you can able to see the gap is more. Another important data given over here is more than 40% area of the total area sown is under irrigation. But where? Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Tamil Nadu and Manipur. These are those states whose 40% area of total area sown is under irrigation. Means these are those states, they are out of 100% area of total area sown where agriculture is possible, 40% of that area they use irrigation facility, which is very high, and that's why these are the states which are prominent in agriculture activity. Now, in spite of all this, still we have to face one issue. Let's go for that issue, and that is called water crisis. Water crisis indicate the shortage of water. Okay, let's read that. Water is a natural gift. Okay, in many religions it is given that water is a gift of God, precious gift of God. Water shortage is constantly intensified, seen due to increasing demand for grains by increasing population to grow cash crops, increasing urbanization and changing the lifestyle of people. Now we broadly understand the sentence. The sentence says that water shortage is constantly intensified. We can able to see the water shortage is increasing. Okay, because of demand of grain, people want more grains, eatable items, food grains. Okay, but why? Because population is increasing. The tendency of farmer, many farmer want to grow cash crop, so you require more water for that. Increasing urbanization, city areas are increasing. Okay, so if city area increase, then city area you require more water. People migrate from village to city area, so demand of water in city area will be more. Changing the lifestyle of people, the way how people live, changing the lifestyle of people. I observe there are so many students who take a bath 4 times in summer season. Now imagine how many water waste. 4 times in summer season. So that is called changing the lifestyle of people. Okay. The position of water supply and the inequality in the local distribution are challenges to human interest, livelihood and economic development. The very nice sentence mentioned over here, that is the position of water supply, okay, the ratio of water supply, the availability of water, inequality in the local distribution. Some area inequality in local distribution means what? Some area has regular water supply, some has thrice in a week, some has twice in a week, some has one day in a week. So this is called inequality in local distribution of water. These are the challenges to human interest. People migrate from one place to other place because they not get water. So that challenge to human interest, livelihood and economic development. The area where water not available, development will not there. Many area of Bihar, okay, where number of population is constantly decreasing because there is very difficult for them to get the sufficient water supply. So they will not develop. Their economic development will stop. Okay. So water matters a lot in livelihood, human interest, economic development, many areas. Nowadays, the water crisis is in very alarming stage. It's alarm for all of us in arid region of western Rajasthan. Arid region means what? Where the water supply is very less. Okay, very dry area we can say. So water crisis is very alarming stage in some arid dry area of western Rajasthan and the interior area of southern peninsula plateau, the southern peninsula plateau, but interior, inner side. Okay, peninsula means the V-shaped part of our India's map. If you look at the map of India, the V-shaped part is called peninsula. So southern peninsula plateau, but interior side of southern peninsula plateau, the water crisis is alarming stage. Very much water crisis can be seen. People don't have water in these areas. At the same time, the quality of water has deteriorated in many villages and some towns. The quality of water, very dirty water, because what happened? Industry dispose their chemical waste in the river, and that chemical waste cannot dilute in water. So the quality of water decrease. Okay, and many villages and some towns get dirty water. It affect to their health also. It affect to agriculture also. Even though it affect to other areas like the living organisms staying in rivers, it affect to almost many aspects. The worst thing is what? In so many villages of India, the village member use river water for drinking purpose. Now industry release their liquid chemical waste in these rivers, and many village people, they don't have any other alternative. So they use this dirty water, and because of that, what happened? Read the next line. Many waterborne diseases spread due to this. Many diseases spread because of this. Like one of the village of Bihar, that almost 90% population of that village suffering from osteoporosis. Okay, the bones are banned because they use the water which is reddish in color. They don't have any other alternate. So these are the alarm stage for all of us to think. Next, availability of pure potable water as a basic need of life. Clear? Availability of pure drinking water is fundamental, basic need of life. Apart from the attempts made to increase the availability of potable water, there is a large difference between the demand of water and supply. The demand of water is more and supply is less. Even today, there is a severe shortage, extreme shortage of drinking water in about 8% towns in India. There are 8% towns of India where they are facing extreme shortage of drinking water. It needs to be done to provide clean drinkable water to about 50% of village of our country. Imagine, needs to be done. Okay, only 50% village only get the clean drinkable water. Remaining are not getting drinkable water. Okay, clean drinkable water. There has been a large increase in the irrigation facilities in India. There is a large increase in irrigation facilities in India. Day by day it is improving. However, two-third of agriculture region still depends on rainwater because they not get the benefit of irrigation. Two-third of agriculture region, okay, two-third of agriculture region still depend on rainwater, and rain is not steady. Rain is a seasonal activity. We cannot able to come with a surety. So still they are lacking irrigation. In recent time, the groundwater level has gone down considerably due to more and more water extract through wells and tube wells. There is a facility available with the help of submersible pump. There are so many people who collect the water from ground level water, but now situation is very bad. Okay, the level of ground level water is go deeper and deeper. Why? Because people are extracted water with the help of wells and tube wells more and more. So unfortunately what happened, that the ground level water's level is go significantly down. So you are not able to get ground level water if that ratio is continued. As a result, the groundwater resource has decreased. Now level of ground level water resource is decreased. Everywhere you are not able to get ground level water. The country is facing severe problems as some states extract groundwater in excess volume. Now our country faces a very serious issue because some states, okay, they are collecting groundwater extreme. So what happened? It may possible that in future they will not get water from groundwater resource. And serious problems like reduction in quality of water, increasing scarcity, shortage have to be faced. Because of this issue, reduction in quality of water, the quality of water is reducing, and shortage increasing. Okay, shortage of water is increasing. They have to face. Okay. Beside agriculture, water is used in industries in uncontrolled quantity. So when we say water is used in industry, okay, there is uncontrolled quantity, extreme, okay, huge amount of water utilized in industrial area for production in an uncontrolled quantity, extreme high volume. So one part of some ratio water supply to agriculture, other uncontrolled quantity applied to industry, naturally it creates shortage. Main source of water pollution are polluted water of domestic use and industry. As I told you, the main serious issue we are discussing right now. So main source of water pollution. Why water polluted? Okay, domestic use, the way how water use at domestic level, residential use, and especially as I told you, industries release their polluted chemical liquid waste, and because of that it damages the quality of water, so it pollutes the water. So these are the issues of shortage and the quality of water. Now how to solve this issue? We understand problem is there. Okay, quality and quantity of water both are the issue right now. What is the solution? What should we require to do? That is available with the next topic, management and conservation of water resources, and that we will discuss in the next lecture. Till then, please take care of yourself and try to give the answer of my question which I ask you students in our current lecture. So we will meet soon. Till then, please take care of yourself. God bless you.